Dan Larson here, and I'm at the photo booth to take a quick look at Havoc, Phoenix, Iceman, and Kitty Pryde from the Juggernaut wave of Marvel Legends recently. Make sure you check out our videos for Deadpool, Wolverine, Rogue, and Juggernaut. Yeah, I think that's it as well, if you haven't seen those already. Up first, we're going to talk about Havoc. This is his Uncanny Avengers costume, which I'll be honest, I don't know that he's I don't know what he's wearing in the comics right now. Maybe this is it, maybe it's not. I haven't really read that much since the Secret Wars crossover last year. Suit design was an attempt to bring back the classic look. Classic look Havoc is over here. Let's see if we can get him to stand. Hey. It's you know, with the 3 bands on top of his head. It's all black, skin tight bodysuit, but I don't know. I mean, it's like his most iconic suit is the original one, and even that, it's just a nightmare of a costume. It's, you know, they did a good job with the figure. It's, you know, if you've seen the First Class movie, I think that's honestly the best version of his costume. It's the suit similar to what Kitty Pryde is wearing here, except he's got the big, you know, sort of radar dish on the front that sort of acts as the focus and evokes the sort of ringed symbol. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, this figure's fine for Havoc. It's just a weird sort of suit that's neither one of these would translate well into real life, but that's why it's comics, right? He comes with the energy effect pieces back here that would go on his wrists, but I'll be honest, I feel like they work better on Iceman, who I've always been an Iceman fan. It's a little tough to get these on here, especially with his hand open like this. I'm just let the clock run while I try to do this. There we go. All right, so that's not going to work. Here, so let's try the other hand. Riveting television. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I think they work better on Iceman than they do on Havoc. My ankles on Iceman are super weak, so he's probably going to fall down. Anyway, I've always been a fan of Iceman since the old Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends cartoon. Of course, that's where most people got introduced to the character. Him and Firestar, who we still don't have a figure for. You know, for years that was literally the only Marvel superhero property on TV or at the movies. So of course everyone watched it every single week. He's got the little, you know, protruding spikes all over him, which, you know, it's cool. It, you know, breaks up the sort of flat visual stuff that's all over him. Usually Iceman is, you know, just depicted as basically a naked guy wearing trunks. And this sort of takes that effect further because it doesn't even look like he's wearing shoes. You can see his toes. But I don't mind all this stuff. I like the sculpting on his toes, but I definitely don't care for this little add-on piece on his back. I like him better without this little piece that adds on the little spiky things to his back. It just makes him look a little bit more traditional Iceman to me. I wish he had a belt on too, but it's a good use of that Spider-Man mold. He's got the butterfly joints there in his shoulders. Please, if you're watching this, if you know of anybody who comes up with a quick, easy custom to turn this guy into Crystar, let me know. That needs to happen. But I also like the fact that he's so translucent. You can actually see, you're probably not going to be able to see it on this camera here, but you can see like the marked pieces. You can see all the little joints and stuff as they turn inside of him, and you can actually see like L and R marked on those pieces inside as well. Phoenix here, it's a nice enough figure. It's a nice figure. As far as the execution of what she is here is supposed to be. It's just weird that Phoenix was such a short part of Jean Grey's character. It was like 8 issues, which is, what, like 8 months back in 70, I don't remember what year it was. It was before I actually got into X Comics. But it was such a short period for her, and yet it has had such a lasting impact on the mythology of X-Men, and of course for her character. The figure feels a little bit like an excuse to get 2 figures out of it, because we've got Jean Grey as Phoenix, straight up Phoenix, which is the green suit, and, you know, humanity in her eyes. She actually has her pupils and stuff painted. We saw pictures coming out of San Diego Comic-Con recently. They're definitely going to be making Dark Phoenix, which is basically it's the same figure, but the costume's red. The deco of her Phoenix symbol's a little bigger. I think actually her belt is the other way on Dark Phoenix. And then it's a different head sculpt with, you know, eyes lacking pupils, which means she's evil. But for what it is, you know, it's nice. But Obviously I'll pick up the other one too. Who am I kidding? But lastly, we've got Kitty Pryde here, Shadowcat, as I've always known her. I don't think she goes by that name in the comics anymore, or has for a while. This is the suit she started wearing in the Joss Whedon Astonishing X-Men back in 2004. The suit's fine. It's basically just a riff on the old X-Men student uniform that we saw way back in the 80s with the old New Mutants team, and it pops up. Variations of the suit pop up every so often. It's just weird to have Kitty Pryde stuck in it. You know, it doesn't distinguish her in any way. I don't think she's had her own suit specifically since she was part of Excalibur going back. And even that wasn't much of a costume. It was just like a big blousy shirt with a domino-style mask on her face and leggings and boots. But it's weird to me that you would have a main character be in a uniform like this when none of the other characters wear anything that looks even remotely like it. If they were all wearing it, it would make sense, like back in the New Mutants days, but I don't know. Maybe I missed the issue where they talked about why she had adopted it and why she sticks with it. Anyway, it's a very nicely done figure. It feels different from the others. She has a very nicely painted face. It's probably one of the best Hasbro faces I've seen from a while. Actually, Phoenix's face is really nice, too. And you know what? Give him credit. Alex Summers here, the Havoc face, nice and blurry there, it's a really nicely done face, too. Maybe I just got a good box. Hopefully you guys will be able to get a good set of eyes there, too. But if they keep this up, I'm going to have to drop the whole... they're going to have to lose their reputation for having terribly painted faces that look creepy. But it's it's been a really strong wave of figures. It updates a lot of characters. Oh, I'm really glad they put Lockheed in here. Kitty Pryde and Lockheed, they've always gone together. At first I felt like maybe he was a little small, but I think he works. If he spread his wings out, if his neck and his tail went back, then maybe he would actually feel properly in scale. But I just feel like he's a little small. But I do like that he's got the little tail curled around so he can stay properly secured on her shoulder there. It works nicely. Anyway, it's a strong wave of figures, like I said. It's gonna... They updated a lot of characters that were stuck on old body styles, brought them into the new body style. Some posability is going to be better, some are going to be worse. And for collectors who weren't into Marvel Legends after those old figures had already come out, if you didn't get a chance to get this Havoc, well, now you have a chance to get this Havoc, so you can actually have a Havoc in your collection, and you don't have to chase that one down from a secondary market or anything like that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully these figures will hit your area soon if they haven't already. Hit like, please subscribe, and let me know if there's an X character they haven't hit yet that you're still waiting on. I don't know if she counts as an X character anymore, but with an updated Captain Britain, getting rid of this monstrosity, coming out here soon, I'd really like to get a Megan from back in the Excalibur days. And I'd like them to put Widget in there with her. That would be fantastic. Later.